if I knew like that was something that you guys like really wanted, I would have done it.
It's all good. It's all good.
You guys are, you know what I mean? So
no regrets.
when you're talking about how double friction, if I had that little bit of extra time with you guys to talk.
We kind of missed. I was too passive.
Me too.
But in the moment, I trusted Ika as well. I really did. You were trying to warn us a little bit more. Yeah. I was seeing it, but not as much as you were.
I was definitely all over it. I told her, I said, would you put Ika? She said no. I said, what about Dre?
And I said, but that's the thing, we're already at the bottom of the stairs, and I just needed the, like, you know what I mean? So, and that was just tough in my sense, because I'm just sitting here being like, at the time, I know Netta wasn't coming after me, but no, it was Ika or Dre.
You still trusted Ika at that moment?
A little bit, yeah. She had been convincing me ever since I won the veto. She was my best friend, and to be honest, I can't lie to you. Like I fell a little bit for it. I really did, because I was getting attention from Ika Wong.
Yeah, and we also had like the 2 days before that. The 5 of us did sit and we said we're just gonna move on. Like obviously everyone blah 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 with this whole split vote thingy.
Yeah.
And it seemed like we were all working well together. Like we said, sorry that I didn't tell you which way I'm voting. Sorry that I flipped out. You know what I mean? Like it just seemed like it was meshing well.
No regrets.
Part of the game, like I was spending so much time with Ika, and it was like all in my head. So I'm like, yeah, I trust Kevin and Bruno, but because I haven't talked to you guys, I'm like, do I? Like they didn't tell me.
Oh, we were 100.
I know, but like, do they really have Mark? Like, do you know what I mean? Like even from that first vote, like I did trust Ika more because I knew that she had Dimitri.
So what happened the first vote? When did you guys figure you weren't gonna vote?
Literally, I decided on that couch. I literally just said when I asked you which way you're voting, you're like, we're gonna keep Mark. I was like, okay, and I was fine with that. But then as I'm walking down the stairs, she pulled me aside, and she's like, Sindy, like this kid just lied to the entire house. We caught him in a lie, and we still want to keep him. Like, look how people are crying over him leaving. No one's ever gonna put him up. We must just let him win. And that's when I sat down.
It's like week 1 and we're letting a kid win.
Right?
Was that Cassandra?
No, that was
like
to me about Mark.
Because he's crying.
Because I was telling like when I sat down with you guys to say like how are you guys voting, I was like okay. But then as I'm walking out, she's pulling me. She's like, Sindy, you have to trust me on this one. And she's like, I have Dimitri. Like we don't know where Mark is gonna go. And I'm still sitting there, and I'm seeing Cassandra like look at people, and people are kind of like nodding, like, and like Dre and William were beside me, and they were kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, so I figured like,
yeah, fair enough.
Let's just, problem, but a situation happened. I knew that there was a relationship built with Ika and Dimitri that I knew that would have kept me safe. But with Mark, it was so unclear, right? Like I knew you guys were close to him, but like how close? Was it game close? Because I wasn't game close to him.
Yeah.
I wasn't even personal close to him. I just sat on his lap. Like that's what happened that first week. And it just like,
fair enough.
you know what I mean? I was just like, and plus because we had that personal thing, we felt like if we did this, that built our trust.
Yeah.
That we are going to put aside our personal and just deal with the game and all that stuff too. So now we're acting exactly how we were in the outside world, where we just completely ignore our existence to each other. Yeah.
Didn't you guys had problems out there?
We didn't have. Yeah, we had not a problem, but a situation happened, and we just didn't talk for a year and a half.
Yeah. She seems to not be able to get along. She had a problem with Cass. She had a problem with you. She had a problem with Netta.
Yeah.
Problem with Bruno.
Yeah.
Problem with Kevin. Problem with Dylan. Oh, he's
no, we're talking personal wise.
Oh, personal.
Yeah. Like in the outside.
Like in the outside world, yeah. You, Cass, and Netta.
Yeah.
So it seems, yeah.
But in this house, she has a problem with everyone.
Yeah, she could be hard to get along with for sure.
Yeah. It was like after our birthday celebration, and I was telling her that I feel like, why were you mad at me? Remember when we started to feel really sketchy about her? She pulled me aside and she was just saying like I just feel that every time I get close to someone, like friends, whatever, like I push them away because I'm not used to it. And then like this is like after she apologized to Netta and she cried to Netta, and then Netta told me, right? So she started like crying, and I was like it just looked so fake. But I was just like, let's just move on. Like, none of us are even on the block this week. Like, why are we have such a split in this? You know
That's how I knew that there was a problem. Is we had power, but that there'd still be fights. Netta wins at a household, and Ika gets pissed off at the noms that we all agreed on.
Yeah.
That's when it was like, what?
It was frustrating because, like, it's true that Netta did just come up to me and just said, I'm putting up Cass and Jackie. And I said, okay.
We all agreed on
but
it.
But apparently, Ika said that she never agreed to that.
No.
She said that I wasn't there for that conversation. I never agreed to it. And she just told me. She didn't ask me, what do you guys want to do? What do you guys think we should do? Should we continue to do Cass and Jackie? Like, you know what I mean? So that's why they got mad at each other. But then I'm sitting here, like, in between, again, them fighting. And I sit down Ika and go, you have to understand from Netta's perspective, we all did talk about it, we all agreed to it. And then to Netta, I'm like, you have to understand from Ika's perspective, you are HOH, so she's not going to go storming in being like, we didn't agree to this. And it was a lot of work with those two. And I should have seen it when she had distrust for Netta and she had distrust for you two. And I'm the one constantly
Ika's, I don't know.
Backing Ika up with you and backing you guys with her. Like, I don't
know where her distrust of me was, because I was just on to her. I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, her distrust for you started that birthday celebration day, when, like, we saw her talking to Emily and she didn't say anything. Well, that was when she had a distrust for you. It was that day, because she was like, Bruno hasn't even talked to me, blah, blah, blah. And, like, you know what I mean? So that's when it started with you. And then she brings up the whole, like Neha told me not to trust Bruno, and I didn't believe her because I wanted him to win. If I didn't win, I wanted him to win. Now I see it. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay.
I tell you. Your friend.
Hey, she screwed my game too.
That's all good. Is that a real friend? You know?
I know. I'll talk to you guys about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk.
We might have a lot of time together in the treehouse.
But this time, I'm not going to be... Because I didn't even spend that much time with you guys enjoying last time. I was very alone.
I stayed by myself. We watched a lot of shows together.
We watched Game of Thrones and stuff, but I feel like, you know, there was nothing else to do. We didn't really, like, hang out. Like, I didn't thoroughly enjoy my time with Jerry. Like, I couldn't wait for it to end kind of thing. Like, you had a great time with, like, Peely.
Once Peely came, but
yeah, but like
2 weeks.
Yeah, and even then, and that's also because I didn't have a relationship with you guys. So like, I felt like, why am I gonna even pretend to be friends with y'all at this point? Like, I was like, I hate you. I hate everyone. I want to go home. Like, that was at that point.
I barely even spent, like, I did spend time with Bobby, but I was kind of like out of it.
Yeah.
I was watching a lot of Game of Thrones.
No, it's good.
I was doing the Game of Thrones, the hot tub.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of TV.
Oh yeah, it was great.
A lot of movies. I know. I slept until
I
slept until noon every day.
I was like, there's 2 up every day.
What time do you guys get up?
Early. We were up early. I didn't even